Well, I started my trip in New York to visit the UN, and I go to the UN at least twice a year as development minister. This really is the place to discuss the challenges in the world today. And then now a short visit to what is called the spring meeting of the World Bank. World Bank, which really is the most important financial institution in creating economic growth throughout the world and creating economic growth to lift millions of people every year out of poverty. Well, digital is today the main vector for economic growth and for growth of well-being throughout the world. What digital is doing today is lowering the thresholds of access to information, of access to entrepreneurship. And to sum it up to now, globalization really was a one-way street. Things were being developed in the United States and in Europe and being consumed in the rest of the world. Today, if you look at mobile money or you look at distant healthcare, the edge of innovation is Kenya, it's Bangladesh, it's Rwanda. And the innovation is happening there based on the needs of there. So we are finally really realizing the promise of globalization, and this is something I can only be very optimistic about. Well, we will stay at the forefront based on the way we look at it. And I think it's an essential question. Too often in the Western world, we see technological innovation as something that is threatening us. We see it as change and we try to protect ourselves from change. That is a mistake because the innovation is going to happen anyway. So instead of seeing it as a threat, we should see it as an opportunity. And we should shape it ourselves and shape it to our human needs. And if we do it that way, then it is something that will create wealth, will create well-being, will create new jobs and so on. Well, digital really is one of the main axes in our development work. We are investing in local entrepreneurship in Central Africa. We are investing in digital education in Senegal. We are investing in solutions that use mobile money to make sure that people who are actually very poor get access to services. Today, any intervention we do, and our main focus is Africa, needs to have a digital component and a data component. Well, you could summarize that by the way education was being done and is being done at Northwestern. People go there and they expect something from their courses, and when they are disappointed and they would talk to the dean or something, the answer was always, yeah, you're right, do it. I mean, instead of complaining, come with a proposal, and if the proposal is good, the answer will always be, yes, go ahead, no problem. And this really is, for me, the American spirit, and it's also reflected in education. It's anything that you're not happy with, you're the one who can change it, and we will enable you to change it. And that really is something that I took back from American education, besides still having a bunch of very good friends with whom I stay in touch even after 15 years.